the problem is not that you lack talent, nor that you don't have a creative eye. The problem is that you have been looking at it from an incorrect perspective for years. This perspective is called the fixed mindset. I recently watched a movie about Indian industrialist Shrikant Bolla's real life story. Despite being visually impaired, he built a thriving business. His journey is a powerful example of how mindset and not circumstances determine what we achieve in life. From a young age, we are made to compare our progress, whether it's in school or amongst family. And for some reason, it's like an unwritten rule that one person's supposed success means the other's lack of talent. If you're new here, hello and welcome to Enter Samatvam. I'm Shruti, and here at Enter Samatvam we discuss how to live a fulfilling life through self-awareness. Carol Dweck, a lead researcher and American psychologist, spent over 3 decades studying growth mindset in individuals, and especially the difference between a fixed mindset and growth mindset. Her research shows that mindset isn't just personal, it's shaped by parenting, education, and societal systems. All research studies on mindset that are available today show that unlearning our conditioned responses is the key to real behavioral change and transformation. When we see the world in fixed ways, we hanker after perfection, often feeling like we are getting left behind, gathering endless information, fearing failure, and then procrastinating. We may spend too much time delivering something and then failing anyway, or we may end up leaving projects halfway. When we subconsciously support this fixed belief system, we want to prove that we are smart in some way, or special, or better than others. And so we prioritize the outcome over the process, or success over growth. Growth mindset individuals take action, iterate, and learn through experience, giving themselves permission to fail because they know that they will get better. Instead of keeping result-oriented goals like hitting 5,000 subscribers or 1,000 likes or winning a match, they keep process-oriented goals like writing daily, perhaps aiming for 10 articles in a month, or showing up to the tennis court for 10 practice matches, or attempting to practice painting for 5 minutes a week, and so on. A fixed mindset clings to rigid expectations and struggles with change. When we are stubbornly fixated on our opinions and beliefs, we expect life to happen to us in a certain way, a linear way of life. And we can't dream of the possibilities or think of the various ways in which situations can change. On the other hand, growth mindset individuals don't expect immediate results. They understand that success and growth can often be non-linear and exponential, just like building a business or even personal healing can be an unpredictable yet rewarding journey. And so they commit to practicing Kaizen, the Japanese concept of continuous yet small improvements over time, and they don't expect any massive breakthroughs or perfect conditions. They just focus on putting in consistent action because they know that progress will compound over time. When you operate with a fixed mindset, you avoid criticism and find it difficult to take any kind of feedback. And that's because you think you cannot change. You're afraid to know your flaws and you are unwilling to recognize any areas of improvements. You only want confirmation of your positive qualities. On the flip side, growth mindset individuals welcome feedback as a necessary tool for improving. And if criticism triggers them, they ask themselves, does part of me believe this is true? Growth comes when you're no longer afraid to face such difficult truths. And because you have proved to yourself that you can improve, you're able to accept it, take the necessary steps, and then move on. In fact, research shows through brain imaging studies that individuals with a growth mindset have greater neural activity when confronted with errors, and that shows their higher ability to process feedback and adjust their approach, which fosters greater resilience and long-term success. Fixed mindset individuals believe that success is innate and thus they don't do the necessary inner work for attracting success. Growth mindset individuals, on the other hand, recognize that self-awareness, effort, and consistency create real progress, and thus they invest time in developing themselves rather than relying on identities or labels like being gifted. And because they recognize the need for self-awareness, they prioritize it and they become aware of their weaknesses, their strengths, the limited beliefs that might be holding them back, leading to failures in different areas of their lives, and then try hard to understand what mindset shifts they can bring in, and then apply the ones that seem simple enough to be adopted, even if it is in minor ways. Ultimately, they realize that the right actions bring more value to their life than the temporary happiness that a successful outcome can ever bring. With a fixed mindset, we see other people's success as a personal threat. This is because we believe in the scarcity story that one person's success is another's failure. On the flip side, growth-minded individuals recognize that the world holds space for everyone's success, and that's why they view others' growth as inspiration and proof of what's possible. They also notice that when people around them evolve, it is a reflection of their own potential for growth and transformation. Carol Dweck's research highlights that individuals with a fixed mindset tend to be self-critical and harsh when they encounter failure. This is because they believe that their abilities are set in stone. This leads to feelings of inadequacy and discouragement. In contrast, growth-minded individuals practice self-compassion and acceptance, recognizing that setbacks are a part of the learning process. They view mistakes as learning opportunities for growth rather than as evidence of their personal shortcomings. Dweck emphasizes that self-compassion fuels resilience, allowing people to bounce back faster from challenges, and self-criticism can create failure, which leads to avoidance and stagnation. In truth, fixed and growth mindset individuals are not two different types of people. They refer to the same person but at different stages in life. The former is before we discover that we can outgrow our perceived flaws positively through awareness, composure, and right action. The question isn't whether you have the right talent, skill, age, or opportunities. For years, I was terrified of failure and procrastinated putting my work out there. In the last year, I decided to commit to learning and taking action. Also, my mom, post-retirement, decided to recite and learn the Bhagavad Gita and eventually ended up teaching it to others. And my dad, at the age of 60, learned yoga and continues to practice it even today regularly at 75. Everyone starts with a fixed mindset at some point in their lives or in some area of their lives. And life is constantly inviting you to evolve and discover a growth mindset through various opportunities. The real question is, are you resisting it or are you ready to embrace it? Thank you for watching the video, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more such content. And do share your comments down in the section below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Thank you.